Hey everyone! In today's video, I'll be diving into some of the best motherboard choices to pair with AMD's Ryzen 5 5600X desktop processor. Choosing the right motherboard is crucial to get the most performance from your CPU and other components. I'll be comparing top options from ASUS, MSI, and Gigabyte to suit various budgets and needs. There's great AM4 socket boards available whether you want robust overclocking capabilities or a feature-packed mini ITX model. Let's jump in. Kicking things off, we have the ASUS TUF Gaming X570 Plus Wi-Fi motherboard. This ATX board delivers both future-proofing and excellent quality-of-life features. The AMD X570 chipset brings next-gen PCIe 4.0 lanes to all of the PCIe slots and M2 connectors. This quadruples bandwidth compared to last-gen tech. You can take full advantage of the blazing fast SSDs coming to market. The board also uses high-grade TUF components like durable capacitors and chokes, plus military-grade 8-layer PCB for enhanced reliability. When it comes to functionality, you get RGB lighting across two separate zones. Intel Wi-Fi 6 wireless, front and rear USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports for 10 Gbps transfer speeds, and reinforced armor on the memory slots, and PCIe connections to prevent cracking or damage. There's also BIOS flashback for easy updating, and a total of 7 rear USB ports. At around $200, it hits the sweet spot, blending future-proof power with well-rounded features. If spending under $200 is preferred, the ASUS ROG Strix B550F Gaming Wi-Fi 2 motherboard delivers nearly as strong performance for $170. You still get PCIe 4.0 to the CPU and primary NVMe slot, Wi-Fi 6 networking, robust power delivery, and plenty of rear connectivity like USB 3.2 ports. The chipset drops to PCIe 3.0 lanes, but it likely won't impact real-world gaming speeds. For the money, the Strix B550F is arguably the best mid-range pair for a 5600X. The MSI MEG X570 Unify delivers exceptional overclocking performance in a stealthy blacked-out aesthetic. This high-end X570 ATX board powers multi-core Ryzen 5000 chips with a robust 14+ two-phase VRM design and enlarged heat sinks. 6 PCB layers ensure excellent signal quality for tuned RAM and Infinity Fabric clocks. With comprehensive PCIe 4.0 support, 3 M2 slots, 2.5 GB Ethernet and Wi-Fi 6, it has all the connectivity you need without excessive RGBs or styling. While expensive at $300, if you want to push an AMD chip like the 5600X to its limits, the Unify has unbeatable power delivery and thermals to handle it with ease. In the more affordable mid-range segment, MSI's MSI Mag B550 Tomahawk Max Wi-Fi is regularly considered one of the best B550 boards available. Despite costing only around $180, you still get PCIe 4.0 support direct to the CPU, so your NVMe SSD storage and graphics card run at full speed. The 10+2 power stage design easily sustains overclocking, while the enlarged heat sinks keep thermals under control even with powerful chips like the 5600X. There are a lot of nice quality-of-life touches too, like the pre-mounted I/O shield, USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, ultra-fast, Wi-Fi 6 wireless networking, and steel-reinforced PCIe slots. MSI also baked in some subtle RGB lighting across the right edge and rear I/O section for style points. Ultimately, it hits that sweet spot, blending speed, reliability, and features without breaking the bank. If going small with a mini ITX system sounds more compelling, Gigabyte's B550Y Aorus ProAx motherboard packs a ton of connectivity into a tiny 6.7x 6.7-inch footprint. Despite the size, you still get PCIe 4.0 supported M2 slots for fast NVMe SSDs, as well as next-gen USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 ports with double the transfer bandwidth compared to standard Gen 2. There's also Wi-Fi 6 wireless networking, RGB accent lighting along the board's edge, and a robust 10+2 power stage design that won't struggle when overclocking chips like the 5600X. I'm also impressed by the rear I/O on such a compact board. You get HDMI DisplayPort and 6 USB ports alongside the Wi-Fi antenna connections. And supporting up to 64 GB of RAM across just 2 DIMM slots means you can build a high-capacity, blazing fast tiny gaming rig or workstation. If going small with AMD appeals to you, the feature set here can't be beaten at $220. That wraps up my top motherboard recommendations to pair with AMD's excellent Ryzen 5600X processor. No matter your budget or intended use case, heavy overclocking, feature-loaded ATX, or ultra-compact mini ITX, there's a great AM4 option for 5600X.